Leon Edwards took on Belal. Remember the name Muhammad.
That's a sick name. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, because you can't forget the name anymore. Is that guy again? Remember the name? I can't remember his name.
Do you remember his name?
Belal Muhammad.
Oh, you remembered his name?
Yeah, I remember the name. Yeah, that was... So he took it on 3 weeks' notice? Is it 3 weeks, yeah?
Yeah.
Glad you want Vaseline, boy.
It's not dry, but it's just peeling. But come on, no, leave it.
That's when you need Vaseline, bro.
Leave it.
Alright, cool. Belal, remember the name, Muhammad. Leon Edwards out for 1.5 years.
Last fought in September 2019, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks, you tried to give it on the saliva.
I tried to give it on the saliva.
I'm going to bait myself out.
Bait yourself out with your dry,
How do you
crusty
do
lips.
this?
Crustacean lips. Man's got crab on his lip. Not crabs like that, bruv. It's not. That was dead. Yeah. So, underwhelming. We were excited to watch this fight, actually.
Very good first round.
Kind of saw it, yeah. Very
Leon,
good.
no, I'm talking about in terms of seeing Leon back in there
Yes.
and sharp.
Yeah.
Didn't feel the ring rust, the cage rust, whatever you want to call it. It was beautiful. Almost stopped Belal in the first round with a huge head kick.
Yep.
Belal was jiggly, wobbly,
Jiggly like
puff.
Yeah.
And survived the round. Obviously, there was an eye poke in that first round anyway.
Yeah.
Herb Dean said, watch yourself. And then in the second round, about 18 seconds into it, he launched another head kick. As he's doing it, Bilal's head came slightly forward. Leon's finger went straight into the eye, and Bob's your uncle. Fight was over. Belal hit the deck, started to cry. He was in pain, huge pain.
Do you reckon he was crying from the pain?
No,
because I don't rate that, bruv. If you're
No,
crying,
I
I
don't
think it's
think
because he knew he couldn't continue in it.
No, I think he was crying from the fear of losing his eye. Panic.
Oh.
Because he couldn't see anything, innit? The panic comes in, you're thinking,
Yeah.
am I blind? Kind of thing, you know? He started screaming, oh my... And then they asked him, can you see? Are you seeing double? I remember the doctor said, are you seeing double? He's like, I can't see anything, man.
That's crazy.
And he's just panicking, and Herb Dean is like, calm down, Belal. And then the referee and the doctor said, no, it's done, like, it's finished.
But to be honest, that wasn't one where he was like playing games and like I can't continue.
No, he
could not.
Saw.
Did he see it?
When he got him, his eye was all...
It was mad. Like he didn't get
bleeding.
I don't know if he got the actual eye in it. He got here. Is what was cut. What was bleeding was just below the eyelid, just below like the eyelid, innit? The bottom of the eyelid.
It was disgusting.
But not the eyelid, whatever this thing's called here, innit?
The eye skin.
But
ice cream.
Below the eye skin. But it was bad. That was bad. I used to wear contact lenses. I put in contact lenses and I'm like, that was painful.
Imagine
Do you get me? Imagine that, bruv. And the thing is, a lot of people are like, shouldn't that have been a disqualification? I think you thought this as well.
No. I asked. In general, I asked. I didn't think it should have been.
A lot of people comment that
if it's accidental, it shouldn't be. If you've done it about 16 times
it's clearly
in one fight, then of course you're going to get penalised. Yeah. Point taken away, boom, boom, you could then disqualify. But
on purpose isn't doing this. Yeah, like Mujahid does in his animations. You're not just doing that, yeah? It's like constantly putting your hands in his face like that. You know what I mean? You know you got your gloves on, it's open palm, and you just, you're feeling him out, and you're just doing that, and it's going in his face. That's an intentional potential eye poke, yeah? But he was throwing a kick. I don't know if he threw like something to set up before the kick, but he was throwing a kick and his hand just swung into his face.
I disagree with you. I think if your hand's out there and you're trying to find range, if someone's head comes into your hands, it's not your fault.
Yeah, but you're not meant to have your hands... Okay, fine it like this. I know that's not the stance for a lot of these guys.
But that's what I'm saying. But even if you're doing that and that, like you're trying to find range. If someone moves in at that point, it's not on purpose. So you shouldn't be penalised for that.
It's a difficult
What are you going to do? The gloves are like that. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the way... Like even fight boxers, because their hands are wrapped in that circle, in that curve. Yeah. Naturally, your hands are going to be like that, and especially if you're tired in a fight. I'm not saying that you're tired. You fatigue in a fight, you're not going to be like that.
Yeah.
Trying to find range.
So then, do you reckon it is that argument?
Like Andre Wood, for example, whenever he used to fight, he used to pour his jab out. Fighters do it all the time. Yeah. But obviously in the UFC, it's different because your fingers are exposed. Yeah. And Belal, I'm not saying it's Bilal's fault because obviously he's trying to get
his head coming. Yeah.
But then you know what I mean. It's just not every fighter has that, so it just depends. It's that style you've got to adjust to it. I saw people say he should have been disqualified. It wasn't a pure to the young thing where the guy's on the ground, boom, I purposely went bam in your eye.
Exactly.
The first one was a jab, and it was at the end of the jab when I don't think he thought he was in range, and it was kind of like a pouring jab. finger went in a little bit, scraped his eye. Second thing, he was like throwing a kick, bro. There's
Yeah,
momentum.
no, there's no chance you could call that anything.
He didn't go. How are you trying to poke someone in the eye and kick them?
I lie.
It was momentum.
Yeah.
It was the speed of the kick. It was the positioning. Obviously, Belal came in at a certain angle as well. It was unfortunate. It was a freak thing. It was a freak accident. Yeah. Those things 9 times out of 10 will never happen. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Leon Edwards is cursed. So for him, anything that could go bad is going bad.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Guy cannot get a fight. Gets fights that get cancelled numerous times. Yeah. Gets a main event in London. That gets cancelled because of COVID. Fight after fight gets cancelled. Mm-hmm. Mentions Marvin Hagler on his Instagram.
Oh, that's mad.
I saw that. He took a picture of. He posted a picture of Marvin Hagler, and apparently a couple of hours later,
you get the news that he passed.
I got the news that he passed. Man. And then he goes into his fight for the first time in over a year and a half, and the fight ends up being a no contest after only a round. It's ridiculous. It's annoying because I said it to one of my boys who'd never seen him fight before. I said, "What did you think already from one round? You can tell he's good, right?" Mm. And he's like, "Yeah, I know he's sharp." You can see that Leon Edwards is good. One thing I've realised is he looks like he's packed on more size. He looks a bit stronger and thicker in general. Before he looked very slim.
But I saw a picture of him, like in the gym on his knees, innit? And he looked...
1 minute.
Wham!
Yeah, he looks like he's put on size.
And I was like, right, has he always been that big? And
his legs are huge, man. Yes, I saw that Belal, when I was looking at his legs in that Belal fight, that kick that he landed, his quads are quadzilla. Yes. Like Andy Ruiz.
Snap.
Technically, he's a very good fighter. He's good all round. Mm-hmm. I like him a lot and I rate him, but he said he deserves a title shot next. Not off that performance, brother.
No, it's not off that performance. It's about...
No, I know it's not off that performance, but based on that performance,
based on
you
the result
can't get that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
it makes no sense.
He was saying, obviously, he had that 8-fight win streak beforehand. Mm-hmm. You didn't get a title shot then. Yeah. You've gone into a fight and had a no contest. Changed, It's, if not, put you a bit further back. Mm-hmm. Go in there, win the rematch convincingly, or fight someone better. Mm-hmm. You were mentioning there's talks of Colby Covington. Yeah. Go in there, fight Colby, stop Colby, beat Colby convincingly, beat him better than the champ beat him. Then you can say, I stopped him before Kamaru did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's not American.
Sorry, I become Colby. I stopped him very early in the fight. I stopped him. And see what happens. Yeah. Belal obviously causing a bit of drama now as well. Not drama, but he said you're soft if you think you got away with that one. We got to run it back, man.
To be honest, I don't want to. If I'm Belal Muhammad, yes, I want to run it back. If
Leon can't get anyone else,
I don't want to run it back because it's a waste of my time.
If you can't get anyone else, then run it back.
Yeah.
And the problem is he hasn't been able to get anyone.
Literally.
So who will you fight? I'd say run it back in a couple of weeks. I'm hearing Bilal's eyes fine.
Yeah, but it still needs time.
I say give him a couple of weeks. Boom, get that fight on ASAP. Why waste time?
That makes sense.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because Mike Bisping was saying during the actual fight, he was saying, well, once the injury happened, obviously Mike knows better than anyone about eye injuries. He was like, hopefully it's not bad, and if it's not bad, set it up in a couple of weeks, ice it, rest, get back in there, and let's do it again ASAP. Why not?